Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be talking about the details of Ludwig's angina, which is an infection of the submandibular space. So first we'll see what is the anatomy of the submandibular space. So as can be seen in this figure, the mylohyoid muscle, it divides the submandibular space into two spaces. The one which is above the mylohyoid muscle, it is called sublingual space, and the one which is below the mylohyoid muscle, it is called submaxillary or submental space. So these two spaces have been shown here in blue circles. The other contents of the submaxillary space are the submandibular gland as well as the anterior belly of digastric. So the submandibular space is divided into sublingual and submaxillary space by mylohyoid muscle. The etiology of Ludwig's angina, the 80% of the cases of Ludwig's angina are because of the dental infections. And the premolars, they cause sublingual space infection because their roots are above the mylohyoid muscle, while the molar infection, they cause submaxillary space infection because the roots of the molar, they are below the mylohyoid muscle. So the most common cause or etiology for Ludwig's angina is the dental infections, premolars and molars. Then submandibular sialadenitis, it is the infection of the submandibular gland that can also cause Ludwig's angina, or injury to the oral mucosa or even the fractures of the mandible. They also cause Ludwig's angina. The bacteriology of Ludwig's angina is it is mixed infection, that is it contains aerobes as well as anaerobes, and the common bacteria isolated are alpha hemolytic streptococci, staphylococci and bacteroids. Clinical features. The most common clinical feature is odynophagia or dysphagia, that is difficulty in swallowing or painful swallowing. Then if there is sublingual space infection, then on examination of the oral cavity, the floor of the mouth will be swollen and the tongue is pushed back and upwards. And if there is submaxillary space infection, then submental or submandibular swelling will be seen and it will be tender. So it will give a woody hard feel. And that tenderness is mostly due to cellulitis rather than frank abscess. Here also the tongue is pushed up and back, and that is one of the reasons the airway may be compromised. The treatment includes starting intravenous antibiotics, which are targeted against aerobes as well as anaerobes, then incision and drainage of the abscess. Now, if there is a sublingual abscess, then it can be drained intraorally, and if there is submaxillary space infection or abscess, then it is drained through external incision, and that incision runs transversely from one angle of mandible to another. And if the swelling is huge and it leads to the airway compromise, then tracheostomy may be required sometimes. Complications include infection from submandibular space can go to parapharyngeal and retropharyngeal and cause abscess there. Then airway obstruction can also be there. It can be because of two reasons. One is the laryngeal edema and second one is the tongue is pushed backwards, so it can block the airway. Then septicemia can also be seen and aspiration pneumonia. So these are complications of Ludwig's angina. Thank you.